Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Hi you guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Z. It's Memorial Day weekend and we have friends in town, so excited to spend some time with you. My friend Alyssa and Chris are here visiting and we've already had a lot of fun. Last night we had dinner together and Alyssa and I made a delicious cake, so I gotta show you. We made this angel food cake and I'm really impressed with how easy it was. So I'll be sure to link the recipe in the description box below. But it was just flour, sugar, egg whites, cream of tartar, vanilla, and salt. And we got this beautiful cake that we'll definitely be enjoying this weekend. Something about strawberry shortcake, corn on the cob, watermelon s'mores. These are all perfect things to enjoy on Memorial Day weekend. And as far as today goes, we have some plans to do some crafting. We want to make these bag charms. I'll insert a picture of our inspiration here, but we're going to Michael's and Hobby Lobby to get some beads and clay, and the plan is to make little charms that will add to chains that we can put on our bags. And I plan to, of course, make a candy one and probably a fruit themed one as well. So excited to spend some time crafting. And tonight we have plans to meet some of our other friends that are in town and all get together for a pizza and some time outside. So really looking forward to that. And then tomorrow, Alyssa and I have plans to do some thrift shopping and really just enjoy this long holiday weekend. So thanks for spending the time with me, and let's get started. We started with a trip to Michael's to pick up some chain and different bead findings so we could make our bag charms, and we had to get some clay as well before heading home and making our darling bag charms. You can see my candy pieces, and Alyssa made these really sweet birds. She had a goose, a duck, and my favorite, this little chicken with all these little baby chicks. So after baking our clay creations, we glazed them and hung them up to dry before fully assembling our bag charms, which I'll show you a little later in the video. And then after our crafting session, we headed downtown to meet my friend Maya for dinner, and then home for dessert. We dug into the angel food cake and had that with some ice cream and strawberries, and it was so delicious. I'll make sure to link the recipe in the description box below, but this was such a simple dessert. It came together super quick, and it tasted even better than store-bought. The next day, we did a little antique shopping and hit up a few local antique shops before making our way downtown to try Swig for the first time. And we decided to do a little taste test for you. So up next, you'll see Alyssa and I giving our review of a bunch of different beverages from the Swig menu. All right, you guys, we went to Swig and got every drink on the menu. Not really, but at least 5.
Close.
6. I drank one on the way home. But that was just the Princess Peach, which I've tried before, and it was really good. So we're going to go through the ones that we picked up and try them for you and let you know what we think. So do you want to go over the flavors that we got?
Yeah.
And then we can portion them out.
So you had Princess Peach. I drank some of this, kind of. This is just peachy.
I can pour some in here, try it.
Yeah, do you want? Yeah.
What was this for just peachy? It's peach and Coke Zero?
It's peach, pineapple, Coke Zero, coconut cream, and something
Lime.
puree. Lime. Yes.
Do the limes.
Yes, lime. So it's like a ton of flavors.
And what did you think about it?
Yeah.
Describe how you described to me in the
Okay,
car.
okay. So, so it tastes the way I think suntan lotion in like a tanning salon smells, if you know that smell, that's how it tastes in my brain. That's what I equated it to. And it's like if you're the parrot on the shelf at the sun tanning salon, like that's his preferred flavor of Swig.
I don't think it's that intense.
That's exactly what it is.
To me, I taste more lime, but I like coconut. Coconut is not Alyssa's favorite flavor.
No.
I like
That's
it.
suntan lotion.
I like it. Okay, which one are we going to try next?
Oh my gosh. How about a cookie? Just kidding. We got cookies too. And they were refrigerated.
So the cookies are really interesting. They give them to you in this cup. And they're a good size. They're little mini cookies, chocolate chip. But they almost are like raw cookie dough. They're not golden brown or anything.
No.
And they're cold like refrigerated.
But it did not say that on the menu. I did go back and check.
When Alyssa said cold, I thought, well, yeah, they're not fresh out of the oven. But no, they're like, they were in the refrigerator.
They're like if you touch them, they're cold.
I would give them a 5 out of 10 if you want a cookie.
Yeah.
5 out of 10 if you want a cookie, 10 out of 10 if you want cookie dough.
Yes, they were very close to cookie dough. Very doughy. Okay. This will be our next. This is mango brie. You might want to give it a swirl because some of like the puree, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
See how it's like separating? This one has frozen mango in it. This is a refresher, so there's no caffeine. So this one is a water base, and we did sparkling, I'm pretty sure, for both of the refreshers. Sugar-free coconut, sugar-free vanilla, mango puree, frozen mango chunks, and coconut cream. So I'm wondering if I'm going to get coconut cream extreme suntan lotion from this one too. I think it's the coconut for me.
Well, they all have coconut.
But do they? I swear some of them don't. Some of them don't.
And if you haven't heard of Swig before, Swig is, I think, based out of Utah.
I think so.
And we learned about it through Emily Kaiser, but lots of the TikTok and Instagram girlies are always talking about it. So
yeah,
we just got one in the greater Nashville area and we had to try it. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. It's coconutty. I like that. It kind of tastes like a mango creamsicle.
Yes.
It's surprisingly creamy. I like it.
The coconut really throws it off for me, but I love the mango. When I pick up on the mango flavor, it's really good.
I don't know what the purpose of the mango chunks is when they are not going to fit through the straw. It's just for the
It's probably for vibes.
Vibes only.
And maybe if you do drink your Swig drinks fast enough and don't drive back to your house with them, then maybe you can eat them like Chick-fil-A ice, where you take the lid off and you just crunch on the ice and you get little.
I like this better than
me too.
The just peachy.
Me too.
Okay, this is Hula Girl. It is a pretty pink color.
Sprite, lemonade, mango, pineapple, strawberry, and coconut cream.
It does have coconut cream. These bugs are attracted to our sugar.
Yes, it does have coconut cream. And now that I'm looking at this menu, look at Poppin' Pineapple.
Sprite, pineapple, watermelon, strawberry, popping pearls.
Popping pearls.
Whoa.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm trying to pour half of these. I don't know
how
good
fine.
of a job I'm doing.
Because I think the coconut cream has floated to the top and you're getting more of it. So that works for me.
I did shake it. Oh. It's lighter.
It's very fruit forward.
It reminds me of a Starbucks refresher. I don't taste any coconut in this.
Me either. It's beautiful. I really like this one.
She likes it because there's no coconut.
But there is. So, this is the next one. Which, pro tip, Starbucks barista, ex-Starbucks barista, if you do big, slow circles, That actually mixes them better.
Don't
Then you
cover
would
the
think.
straw hole.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
This looks good. Look at that.
I think it's an orange in it.
Yeah, it looks like that.
So that one is... What one? Did I just say it? That one is... Oh, I don't know. Oh my gosh, they have blended ones. And we didn't even... I think it's a refresher. Citrus Sunrise? Is that what it is?
This is one of their seasonal.
So...
Definitely has coconut in it. I can see it
Is
from
it?
here.
Citrus Sunrise, yes. With sparkling water. So it's raspberry puree, sugar-free mango, sugar-free vanilla, fresh orange, and coconut cream.
It should be light then, but it does
Should be.
have the coconut.
It does have the coconut. There you go.
Oh, that's good.
Did I get like a chunk of water? I didn't taste anything.
It's light. I taste raspberry puree and water. You taste nothing.
I don't know what I taste. It's not raspberry.
The mango one's still my favorite.
It's like so light, I don't even know what I'm tasting. Could be because it traveled. Who
And
knows?
it's water based.
Yeah, but so is this one. Right? No.
No,
No.
that was Sprite based.
The mango one was water based.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Anyway.
we're getting worse as we go along.
Oh no!
Then we have the grand finale.
Yes. Shark attack.
Look how cute.
and
And
then
they gave us little shark gummies.
and they're supposed to be in the drink. But
Oh, they
obviously, yeah, in the look at
Okay, we'll toss them in our cups.
I might take a bite.
Okay.
And then toss them in.
Okay, so what is this flavor?
This is Sprite, lemonade, blue raspberry, and a gummy shark. I have a feeling this is going to be my favorite.
I'll just take a little then.
It's like blue raspberry lemonade. And it's Sprite.
Oh, you need that. Gummy shark down.
The gummy shark,
He's
10 out of 10. Really made a splash.
A splash!
Okay,
We have a good colorful variety here.
here we go. Where'd he go? Oh, he sunk.
Okay.
Probably because I bit him. Oh, he was sunk too. Okay. Whoa!
Your reactions are so funny.
It went like shit. It reminds me of my 21st birthday. Sans vodka.
It's good. It's not my favorite.
I was expecting this to be my favorite, but I think. What's your winner?
The mango.
The mango one. Mine is Hula Girl.
Hula Girl was good too. Look how
Shockingly,
pretty.
it's got coconut
Look how pretty
Yeah.
they look. Look at this kaleidoscope of Swig.
plus cold cookies.
Plus the cold cookies. Well, we have enough liquid to last the rest of the evening and then some.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming to our Swig taste test. Now we're gonna head in and finish our clay crafts, which you're gonna love when you see our bag charms. We have
I can't wait.
birds and candy, and we'll see what else we end up making. Alright, you guys, it's Monday afternoon, and I thought I would check in and just update you on some of the things that we did over the last few days. Our friends Chris and Alyssa headed back to Michigan yesterday, and I wanted to show you a few of the things that her and I got into. So I know I showed you that we went thrifting, we went to a few antique stores, and I picked up a couple things. So the first thing I wanted to show you was this vintage handbag, and it is so beautiful. Look at the beadwork. I absolutely love it. And it has a little card slot inside. So the guy at the vintage store told Alyssa and I that he got dozens of these bags from an estate sale of a woman who had collected them, and I believe they're all hand beaded. This one I think says it was made, let's see, made in Hong Kong. So Alyssa got a similar one, and then it came with the chain as well. So I just thought this was really sweet, and I picked it up for $15, so that was a fun vintage find. And then also I collect marbles, and I picked up some vintage marbles. So these are the vintage ones I picked up. I thought they were so cool. They're really basic, just green and clear, but I'll show you the difference between a vintage marble and then one that I got from the store. So here is kind of a modern marble. They're a lot more uniform and can sometimes have those designs inside. But then these vintage marbles, they're just so unique, and I really liked adding them to my collection. So I think I have 10 of the vintage marbles. And then I picked up some of these larger ones as well. I grew up playing marbles with my dad and with my sister, so just always love to add some to my collection whenever I see them. So there's our marble collection for now. And then what else? Oh, so Alyssa and I had so much fun making our clay crafts. I know I included a few snippets of the process along the way, but we ended up spending hours working on these clay crafts. It was the perfect way to spend time together while getting something done and being creative. So we made beads out of clay, and I'll show you my favorite one that I made, of course, candy themed. And these are the beads that I made out of clay. I made a little strand of Smarties, a lollipop, and a little bubble gum or taffy. And then I added this acrylic bear bead. So I didn't make this one, but I made the others. And then for the clasp, we found these heart clasps from, I believe these were from Hobby Lobby. And then just used a little jump ring and chain. So they're all lined up, and then it can hang on your bag like this. And I actually made 2 of these. So I have one with a pink bear and one with a green. These are my favorites. And then I had extra of the bear charms, so I made one of just the candy gummy bears. So cute. And then the last one was this fruit. So I have some citrus pieces, a little orange, a strawberry, a kiwi, a lemon slice, and then a watermelon. So there's my little strand of fruit. I thought that was so cute and summery, and I just think all of these will be so fun to add to any of my bags, or you could even clip it on a backpack or your keys. Love how they turned out. And as far as the process goes, we just used Sculpey clay, and then I don't know if you can see on here, but I'll show you up close. We put a little bead finding in there that was pushed into the clay, and then we baked the clay around so that we were then able to attach it to the chain. And then I used a clay glaze. So Michael's actually sells Sculpey brand glaze that after you bake your clay and it becomes hard, you can just paint this kind of Mod Podge type glaze on, and it kind of gives it that shiny look and seals it and protects it. So that's the finished product. So happy with how they turned out. And Alyssa made a really fun one as well with a bunch of little birds. I don't think I have a finished picture of it, but you'll see from some of the clips. She had little chicks, so she did a chicken bead, and then 3 little chicks hanging from the chicken, and then a little egg. So we were cracking up. We had so much fun with this craft, and I know I'm gonna really enjoy using these bag charms. So that's what we've been up to over the past couple days. And for today, since it's Memorial Day, we have another day off of work, and I have a few things in mind for today. This morning we went to Home Depot. We needed a new lawnmower, which was a big purchase, but Greg takes care of our yard, and I want to make sure he has the right tools to do so. So while we were at Home Depot, I picked up a few new plants as well to add to my garden. My vegetable garden is doing so great, especially my lettuce and strawberries. I'm excited to show you those. But my spinach has kind of gone rogue. I think I didn't cut it back as I should have, but that's okay because we needed room to add tomatoes and peppers anyway. And then I also picked up a cucumber and a cilantro plant, so we'll get those all added to the garden bed. I've really been liking starting with these small plants that have already started instead of seed. It's just so much easier and makes the gardening process a lot more fun for me. Starting from seed is great too, but it can be a little overwhelming and discouraging. And last year I started from seed too late, and then all my vegetables were ready right before the first frost, and I ended up losing the majority of them. So I'm learning as I go. This year we've had pretty good luck, so I'll give you a garden update. And then I want to make these little garden stakes. I did these last year too, but I just did Sharpie, and they ended up rusting pretty much right away, and the Sharpie like washed off immediately. So my plan is to paint using acrylic paint the vegetable names on each of them, and then maybe I'll do some sort of clear coat like a Mod Podge or something just to help seal them so that they don't rust right away. And then we need to update our mood board for summer as well. So right now it is all set for spring, but I have my summer pictures and printouts from last year, so I'll be sure to update that today as well. And then I want to show you something really cool I picked up from Chicago. I found this vision board book that I thought would be perfect for my mood boards, and look how cool. So it has all of these little images and phrases. It's pretty high quality, really well done. It's like a physical copy of Pinterest. So I thought this would be really fun. Like, look at these bright summery pictures to cut out some images and include on my mood board. So we're gonna try using this month. Look at this one, the water. So gonna try that this month and see how it turns out. And that's what we're gonna get into today. So let's get started. So here's the before. You can see my iceberg lettuce is doing really well. The romaine looks great. And there's my spinach. I just don't think that I cut it back soon enough like I should have. So we'll take those out for now, make room for our peppers and tomatoes. And then look at the strawberry plant. Looks like we've got a little strawberry hiding in there. And then waiting for all of these to turn red. Looks like the ants are getting to some of them. Dang it. But they're in there. Here's another big one. Trying to figure out how to combat these ants. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. For now, the trick is to put duct tape on the legs down here. That way the ants, if they try to crawl up, they'll get stuck. But clearly they're still getting to the strawberries. And then the rosemary is thriving, looking great. We've got some onions here, and then the kale looks beautiful. I think I'll clip this back a little bit today and cut some of these leaves so we can enjoy them. But look how great that looks. And I think I'll make room, take out some of these onions that aren't really doing the most, and put my cilantro there. So the goal would be eventually to get a third garden bed to put right there so we could have more room. But for now, we're making do with what we have. Then these are the new plants. So we have some cucumber here, some cilantro, and then this tomato. It's so helpful to get them started, so it's not just growing from a seed. And these are going to be red beefsteak tomatoes. And then this is a green bell pepper plant. So we'll get all those in the planters now.
Baby ferns uncurling, every living thing. Be to me a mother, both hands on the wheel. Show me
here's an update for you of the garden boxes after my updates. So we got the cilantro planted, we have the cucumber, tomato, and pepper all situated with their little cages as well to help the vines grow. And then it was time to trim some of this kale so we could bring it in and wash it and enjoy it in salads and smoothies. I was excited to see how much I was able to harvest after only about 2 months. So here's all that kale that I just trimmed and washed. I gave it a soak with some warm water and vinegar and then put it in the fridge so it's ready to enjoy. Next up, it was time to work on our summer mood board. So I got to work clearing off all the spring images and then laid out any of the images from last summer that I wanted to reuse before breaking out my new vision board book. It was really fun to cut out all the pictures that I wanted to use, and I was going for all the summer vibes, anything from pool to beach to fresh fruit, anything and everything summery. And about halfway through working on my board, I came up with the idea to do a bit of a rainbow ombre effect. So arranging the pictures all by color, left to right, working my way from red to blue, and I really love how it came together.
All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it, we're back together. You could call it.
Once I finished my mood board, it was time to get it hung up in my office so I can look at it throughout the day and just feel inspired and excited for the season ahead. And then next on the agenda was to make our plant stakes for my garden boxes. Like I showed you earlier, I have these copper plant stakes that I was excited to paint with acrylic paint, and just decided to do some simple cursive and write out the names of the plants with paint on each of the plant stakes, and then I'll seal them with a coat of clear spray paint before putting them on display in my garden.
But I don't know that much about you. What things you like and what you don't, it's not that long.
But that's all for this week's video. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. We did so many fun things this weekend, and I really hope you enjoyed a look into what my Memorial Day weekend looked like. Spring has been so great, but I am ready for summer. We have lots of fun things planned ahead, so please make sure to subscribe if you're new and click the like button if you enjoyed this week's video, and I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!